Hi guys, Rosie here. So, as you can see, this is my first ever YouTube video. It's this gorgeous red cut crease kind of look that I'm going to be showing you how I would do it. But obviously there's loads of different ways that we can do it. So let's start this wonderful learning curve together as I try to figure out how to do this YouTube thing. And let's start this tutorial. So here I am, kind of half barefaced and ready. So as ever, I'm going to start with priming the lids, which my holy grail primer is the Urban Decay one, this one here, which it will not focus. Typical thing. There we go. So I'm just going to put that all over the lid. I'm going to decant it onto my hand because I always find that these ones are really scratchy on my eyes. I don't know, I've got like the weirdest, most sensitive eyes ever. Got an itchy lid as well. So I'm just going to put it everywhere. So as you can probably tell, this is like my first YouTube video and I'm using the viewfinder as a camera at the moment, so I'm really sorry if it's blurry and I'm like looking above you, but we all know what I'm getting at. So just rubbing that all over my lid. I really like to use a creamy kind of primer because I find like when I put a dry one on, because I've already got quite dry lids, it just makes things so much harder to blend. And I'm using quite a bit just because my lids are not happy with me at the moment. And okay, so I'm going to use one of my favourite brushes, which yes, it's dirty because I've done this side of my face with it, but it's this little SUVA. It's like a flat little brush. It's the 234 Luxe Smoky Shader. I absolutely adore the SUVA ones. And the first colour I'm going to start off with is from my own little Sugarpill palette, which I've got more shades than this, but I can't fit them all in, and I haven't managed to like separate them all. But I'm going to go with the orange, which I believe is Flamepoint. Should probably know this. And I'm just going to like map out, come on, focus on me, the shape I want, which as you can see it is just above the crease, and it doesn't have to be tidy at all because that's what concealer and tidying up and all that jazz is about anyway. So I'm just going to get a standard fluffy blending brush. This is a SUVA one, but it could be any. I'm really liking the Real Techniques ones at the moment. I'm just going to really gently blend that out, so little buffy motions. So what are we all doing this weekend? I'm going to see Finding Dory tomorrow, I think, maybe? Who knows? Roll with the flow. I'm going to use this as a mirror because I need to see what I'm doing properly. Otherwise this would be a really pointless video. So I blended that out. I'm going to add a little bit more orange because I feel like I'm missing some out down here. Also, I'm really sorry if you hear any background noise because I'm not the only one at home right now. I'm not even at my own house. And I haven't told anyone I'm making video because that's embarrassing in a sense, maybe, who knows. But yeah, I've got a lot more free time at the moment and I've been meaning to make videos for a while. A few people have asked for them and I thought, better time, no better time. So if you feel like I've done anything that you thought I could have done better, or there's something that you'd like to see from me, then tell me. Open to criticism, open to new ideas, we're all learning. So I'm picking up the red, which is Love Plus, which unfortunately mine's really broken. I don't know why I broke it. Blame my cats, they dropped it. Well, I had my Sugarpill palette and there is my Holy Grail palette. I use it like all the time, and I had it on my bedside table for whatever reason. I think I'd just come back from a few days off, so I just put it to one side, and I came into the room and my cat had been in there and my palette was on the floor in pieces, like the actual palette before it was decanted and separated out. And I have since caught my cats like climbing all over my makeup table and knocking things off, you know, like cats like to do because they're absolute dickheads at times. So just packing this colour on, kind of like rubbing it but not, like blending it a little bit but not much, and then I'm going to go back in with my little blendy brush. circular motions here. Just gently blending it out. Ooh. Well done, Rosie. Just block off the... and just blend that out. And as you can see, I'm just gently like tailing it off at the ends here. I am like the messiest blender ever. I'm also quite slow. Might speed this video up. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, I've got like the reds and the oranges. Come on, focus. Reds and the oranges down. And then I'm going to get like the darker reds in and bring some more red down here and start deepening up here. So I'm going to get the red out of my SUVA Beauty palette, which I believe is called Bloody Mary. And just a little bit of that on. This palette, I've got a little bit of a mixed feeling with it because I've only used it once, so I can't really pass too much of a judgment. But the first time I used it, it was really difficult to get some pigment out of it. And the more I've used it, the more pigmented it's got. So from what I've read online is it's got like a film over some of the shadows, and you just kind of need to break that film and then it works perfectly fine. So if anyone has any problems with their shadows, because as you can see that red is now like holy cow, holy moly moly, very very red. And I've chosen reds because you can't go wrong with a red. You cannot go wrong. Oh, got red fallout on my eyeball. On my eyeball. Blend that out a little more. It's all going to be tidied up in the end. So, next I'm going to get my Makeup Geek palette, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know which colour this is. I'm pretty sure it's cherry cola maybe? I've got all the dark reds and they've all just kind of blended into one for me. I love them all so much. But yeah, it's like a deep burnt burgundy red. Won't lie to you, on this side I actually used the Melt one. I can't remember what it's called, like Lovesick. But I forgot to bring that with me because I did this one at, well, I did this side of my face at home, but I'm currently at my partner's house. So I'm doing this side not at home, and I've left half of my makeup at home and then decided to do a video. Logic. So much logic. I'm so sorry, I keep looking above your heads. I'm still doing it. Oh well. So, got this darker, deeper red, kind of like a wine burnt burgundy red that everyone is loving. I'm only putting it in like the inner half. You can't even see. Wow, Rosie. Top YouTube video making skills. So, as you can see, I've put it in the inner half there, and now I'm going to blend it. Blendy blend. You know what? Blending never looks quite right on camera. Can never get it looking perfect. As you can see, I'm getting fallout, so that's going to be something I'm going to have to tidy up later. Usually, when I do my makeup, I like to do all my eye makeup and brows and all that lot first, and then I'll do my foundation, because literally I always have the most amount of fallout, like, ever. I end up with it all down my face, especially with darker colours, and with some of my Makeup Geek shadows, because they are so pigmented, it kind of just everywhere. Come on, focus, thank you. So my blend's not looking too bad now. Actually, I'm going to go back in down this side because it's looking a little streaky. Come on, Rosie, sort your life out. So now it's time for the black, which the black from Makeup Geek is like the blackest black ever, so you only need like the tiniest amount. Come on. I really hope that the people downstairs are not like, what is this girl doing? She's talking to herself. Get my blend on. I think I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that cherry colour on my blending brush, just so that this black doesn't pull like too cool as I'm blending it out. Because obviously this is a very warm toned look. obviously. I am relatively happy with that blend. Could be better, could be worse. We all know what I'm getting at. Gonna have a quick look in my little mirror. Can't hurt to just blend it that tiny little bit more. So, now comes the fun part. You know what? I'm going to use the most professional brush you have ever seen to carve out my crease. So I've had this brush for about 3 years. It is my be-all end-all holy grail brush. It is a paintbrush. A little flat-ended paintbrush, which has had a lot of love. And I use this to carve out my brows, clean up my lips, and to carve out my little cut crease. So I like to use a few different things. There are loads of different ways that you can carve this out. Some people like to use a little cotton Q-tip kind of thing with makeup remover on it. Some people like to use their foundation. I personally like to use my concealer, which I use the Naked Skin from Urban Decay, and put a little bit on my hand and then just pick up anything that I need and just carve away like crazy. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand. That's more than a little bit, won't lie. Put a little bit on my hand. And I like to flatten out the brush a little bit so that it's like as flat and defined as it can be. Please excuse my nails at the moment. I did have them, I was wearing acrylics and I popped them off yesterday like you do. So I'm just going to map out the shape with this concealer, and I like to start in this far corner. On the other side I've kind of done like a little bit of a curve, so gotta get that in there. And I'm trying to keep to, in a sense, the shape of my actual lid, but I have quite small lids. And as well, I cannot for the life of me concentrate when I'm talking. Oh, and I have to have my mouth wide open. Beautiful. So this was meant to be like a chatty get ready with me, and all I've done is just talk about random crap. And later on, I'm a very interesting person. Very interesting. So, like I say, new to YouTube videos, don't really know what to do. If anyone's got any suggestions, which, not gonna lie, I'm gonna put this disclaimer out right here, right now. Not doing a brow video because what I usually use for my brows is all dried up, and I am currently skint, so I can't buy any more dip brow because I've been using the NYX Taming Frame and I loved it, like, more than anything. More than anything. Really good, really precise. It's like £5.50, so it's really cheap compared to Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I could just walk in the store and get it, and it's dried up within 2 weeks. Which I thought my dip brow was bad because that dried up quite easily. This is a whole other level. So it's good for 2 weeks if you want to spend that much, but in the end it works out less. I don't know. So I just keep making this a little bit, it's a bit too pointy compared to the other one. So I'm just going to go back in with my cherry cola and just round off that cleaned up area. Because I did it a little too pointy. Quite similar. I always do really, really thick, like really, really thick liner. Can't really tell on that eye, but I do really, really thick liner. So I always end up with a massive gap. Anyway, I'm just going to take, I think this is from like China. It's just like a random flat, come on, focus. I should probably put my hand behind it. Random flat-headed brush. And I'm just going to get that, and I'm going to take a little bit of Tako from Sugarpill and just pat it all over my lid. Because this helps like blend out any concealer that's got left behind. It like mattifies out the lid so that there's no transferring. It is just an all-round good guy. And Tako, to be honest. Oh my god, what would I do without you, my friend? Sugarpill, Amy, anyone, you are on it. So good, so good. I'm probably going to get 2 views of this video and they're going to be like, oh, for God's sake, what is Rosie all about? So, got my white on there. So white. So on this you can see that there's a bit of shimmer. So what I'm going to do to get that shimmer is, not going to lie, I don't know what colour this is. I'm pretty sure it is Phantom from Makeup Geek. It's one of the duochrome ones. I'm just going to get quite a bit on my brush and just pat it all over. Come on, me focus. Pat it all over. It's such a shimmery, pretty duochrome shadow. Ooh. Just put it everywhere. Throw it on, bang it on. No one cares. Is that Fallout a 9? I know it's a 9, mate. Oh. Okay, so crisis averted. Fixed it. Fixed it. So just patting all that pigment on. You can't even really see that it's glittery. Fantastic. And then what I'm going to use is this Revolution Vivid Baked highlight. It is in Peach Lights. And I'm going to pick that up on the brush again. And put that all over. I'm so sorry if I'm going in and out of focus. Because you know what? It's a new camera and it's doing its own thing. And I still haven't quite figured out how to use it yet. So I'm going to get another brush, random fluffy one. It's from the Urban Decay Alice in Wonderland palette, the Through the Looking Glass. And get a little bit more of that highlighter and put it underneath the brow bone and just gently blend it in. Everyone has a different way of doing this, and this is mine. I always like to put my highlight on after so that it is popping. And then take the blending brush that I've been using before and just stop it from just being like a line of shimmer that just goes over the top. Give it a little bit of a blend. It's now time for liner, which I'm going to be using the SUVA Beauty. It is the Hydra Liner in Cherry Bomb. It's like a really bright red like this. And it is amazing. So I've got a little bit of water in the lid. I'm just going to get like a random paintbrush, I believe. And I'm not using the viewfinder for this, but all you do is you get a little bit of the water on your brush. You rub it into the little pot and it becomes a little liquid. Or at least the top layer is. It's kind of like watercolour. Oh, are you kidding me? Kind of like a little watercolour. And I'm just going to go and get my mirror because there's no way I'm doing this without a little mirror. And I'm just going to paint on that red liner. I am never the most precise person with this. I am so messy with liner. It's never even. And to be honest, I should probably take a bit more care with it, but who got time for that? Not me. There we go, we got a wing. It'll do. It'll do. You know what I'm getting at. Look how bright red that is. So pretty. And that's going to be there all day. All day. So next step. I'm going to put my lashes on off camera because I take about 20 years to do them. So I'm going to do that at the very end. I'm going to take my Inglot Gel Liner, which as you can see is very well loved. I've only had it since the start of July, but I wear so much black liner that I may as well. And I'm just going to do it in my lash line. There we go, I'm all blacked out. Perfect. As you can probably tell as well, the light is going outside, so I've got my little ring light over my camera. Hopefully you can all see me. Fingers crossed. So then the bottom. I'm gonna take Cherry Cola back again on my brush. Coughing my life away. And then just rub. Like, I get the most wrinkliest under eyes ever. So wrinkly. So I've used like so many under eye creams and it just doesn't help. Like, I'm 20 years old. 20? Who needs under eye wrinkles at this age? Oh shoot, you know what, I've just realised I haven't brought the glitter with me that I used on this eye. Silly Rosie. Anyway, I'm just going to blend this out now. And I'm also going to pick up a tiny little bit, tiniest little bit of the red from the SUVA Beauty palette. I know I'm redder than this side. You know what? I'm going to salvage it. This side can be a bit more red. If I'm ruining this look now. So, very lightly blended, looking alright if I don't say so myself. And then going to take the highlighter again, just to really work back in the inner corner shimmer that is so pretty. Since I forgot my glitter, screw it, you can have some inner corner glitter on that side. This highlight is so pretty because it is such a pinky tone. And then, as ever, I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara on. Pop my lashes on off camera because, like I said, I'm a huge pain in the bum to put them on. So this is the finished look. It hasn't gone too disastrously wrong. I'm really happy with how it turned out. So it was quite simplistic, quite easy to do, but some people do struggle with cut creases and I did for the longest time. So this is how I do it. Like I said, there's quite a few different ways to do it, but this is personally how I do them. Obviously this was my first YouTube video. It was very new for me, so if you have any constructive criticism then please let me know. And if there are any videos you'd like to see in the future, like tutorials or just general get ready with me's or favourites or just anything that you'd like to see, let me know down below. Leave me a like if you liked this video and I can't wait to see you again. So thank you so much. Bye.